ये अंगूठा है ना, इसको मैं तोड़ने लगा, टूट गया, अब वापस जोड़ दिया इसको। ये देखिए, आप कहते हैं वाह कमाल जादू है। वो कहता है जी एक ऐसे कर लेता हूँ, एक ऐसे करके जोड़ लेता हूँ, यहाँ पे उंगली रख देता हूँ तो वो टूट जाता है, जुड़ जाता है। ठीक है, तो एंड पे क्या होता है, निकलता कुछ भी नहीं है। वो जो कबूतर निकालता है ना, वो कबूतर पहले ही होता है उसमें। ठीक है, तो इसी तरह रीडिंग का जो कबूतर है वो आपको ऑटोमेटिकली जो है ना पता।
I would like to talk about
ठीक है, अब ये हंसने के लिए ना ये हमारे पास है, कल हम नया भी रिकॉर्ड कर लेंगे। गुड, ये थोड़ा इधर भी करना, बालों में कर दो इनके। मच्छर वाला दूसरा है, आप ध्यान ना रही। ओके एक साहब बंदा मच्छर वाला करके खुद ही बेहोश हो गया था। अपना भी ख्याल रखना है, मास्क लगा के किया करो भाई। करें स्टार्ट, हो गया वे, अच्छा चलें जी। वाई जूज आर गुड, आ गया। Why zoos are good? So it means they are going to talk about the benefits of zoos. Simple. Why zoos are good? Scientist David Hone makes the case for zoos. So the whole passage is about zoos and why they are good and all that. Can you see the passage labeled as A, B, C, D, E, F? Now whenever they label, they will be type B questions. And what type of questions? Number one, which paragraph contains the following information? Number two, list of headings. Now, please come to questions 14 to 17. Which paragraph contains the following information? Questions 14 to 17. Will you do them first? No. Not at all. If you want to spoil your reading test, if you want to waste a lot of time, start from here. Right? And there are only 4 questions. 4 questions are enough to drain all the energies from your brain. So never start from type B. Questions 18 to 22, that is true, false, not given once again, and this is type A. And then questions 23 and 24, multiple choice questions. 25 and 26 again, multiple choice questions. So the order should be, you should start from 18 to 22 first, then you should do 23 and 24, 25 and 26, and at the end you will come to 14 to 17. But there is a good piece of advice. For the question type, which paragraph contains the following information, it's a very good idea to read the questions beforehand. And underline 1 to 2 clue words. Please come to question number 14. A reference to how quickly animal species can die out. How quickly animals die out. How quickly. They will talk about speed. Animal species can die out in 1000 years. Die out means like the dinosaurs have died out, to become extinct. Okay, so just focus, die out, extinct and all that. Question number 15, reasons why it is preferable to study animals in captivity. Reasons, and for reasons they will say first of all, secondly. The first reason is reason, cause, anything like that, the word they will use. So you need to find a paragraph where they are giving reasons. Question number 16, mention of 2 ways of learning about animals. 2 ways, right? They will say one way is and the other one is, first of all, or anything like that. So underline 2 ways. And question number 17, reasons why animals in zoos may be healthier. So reasons and animals in zoo healthier. Now, if you underline these things and you hit upon an idea somewhere, you are doing another question and you realize they're talking about extinction. So then come back and answer that question immediately. So I advise you all to read the questions first, underline maximum 3 and minimum 2 words, and then keep those words or retain those words in your mind. Okay. Now, let's start with true, false, not given. Question number 18. An animal is likely to live longer in a zoo than in the wild. And by the way, what do you think? What do you think? Huh? 17. Yes, you can find reasons why animals in zoos may be healthier than those in the wild. So let's start. Please come to the beginning. The first paragraph. Animal is likely to live longer in a zoo than in the wild. Okay, let's start from the beginning. First paragraph. Yeah, paragraph A. Now please follow me. Paragraph A. Okay, they say it is perfectly possible for many species and all that. And then third line, animals in good zoos get a varied and high quality diet with all the supplements and all that. Come to next line. They are spared bullying and social ostracism by others of their kind. They do not suffer from the threat of stress of predators or the irritation and pain of parasites or injuries. The average captive animal will have a greater life expectancy compared with its wild counterpart. Understand? This sentence, and by the way, for true, false not given, there is only one sentence which will match. Just one sentence will match with one question. I read this again. The average captive animal. What do they mean by captive animal? Animals, yeah, in the zoo. Okay. So, average captive animal will have a greater life expectancy. Greater life expectancy means long life. Okay. So, what's the question? An animal is likely to live longer in a zoo than in the wild. And have you noticed one thing? Question number 17. Reasons why animals in zoos may be healthier than those in the wild. And what are those reasons? Threats of predators, high quality diet and all that. Absolutely. So this is the benefit of reading the questions first. And the question type is, which paragraph contains the following information? Now question number 17, answer is A. Now cross number 17. Only number 17, because you know it has been answered already. Okay. Question number 19. There are some species in zoos which can no longer be found in the wild. There are some species, means some animals which are only in the zoo and in the jungle, in the forest, they are not found. Let's read on. Paragraph B. Middle. A good number of species. Found it? Yes, sir. Paragraph B in the middle. A good number of species only exist in. Now when they say only exist in captivity, means they are not found in the forest, in the wild, in jungle. A good number of species only exist in captivity, with many of these living in zoos. What's the question? There are some species in zoos which can no longer be found in the wild. Come back. A good number of species. What is the word for a good number of species? There are some species, okay, only exist in captivity. What is that? In zoos. Captivity means zoo, okay, and then they say can no longer be found in the wild. So when they say only exist in zoo, it means they don't exist otherwise, right? So the answer to question number 19 is true. All right, let's go on. Question number 20, please. Improvements in the quality of TV wildlife documentaries. What's the clue word? TV wildlife documentaries have resulted in increased number of zoo visitors. Now listen, if because of National Geographic, now people go to the zoo more, then answer is true. If it isn't increased the number of people visiting the zoo, then the answer is false. And if they don't tell us anything about the number of people who visit the zoo, then it is not given. So improvements in the quality of TV wildlife documentaries have resulted in increased number of zoo visitors. Well done. Paragraph C, zoos also provide education, and then this word TV documentary. Please come to second line. Paragraph C, second line. While it is true that television documentaries are becoming even more detailed and impressive, and many natural history specimens are on display in museums, there really is nothing to compare with seeing a live creature in the flesh, hearing it, smelling it, watching, but what it does and having the same. Have they mentioned anything about the number of people? Not at all. Increased numbers of zoo visitors. They only said it's a good experience when you see an animal live and all that, but the number of people who visit the zoo, that has not been mentioned. So the answer is not given. Question number 21. Zoos have always excelled at transmitting information. Underline transmitting information. Zoos have always excelled at transmitting information about animals to the public. Now listen, if people get to know about animals more with the help of zoos, that's what they say, zoos have excelled. Excelled means they are at number one. When it comes, for example, you go to the zoo and you learn more about elephants as compared to TV and all that. So if zoos have excelled at transmitting information means giving information about animals at public. If it is the true thing, then it is the answer is true. If it is not the zoo, something else, or if the zoos have not provided any sort of information, then it is false and otherwise not given. So where is it? Paragraph C, second line. Okay. D for doctor. Okay. Yes, we've got this thing here. Communication, information and all that. I'm reading paragraph D from first line. In addition to this, there is also the education. Yes, that's the point. That can take place in zoos through signs, talks and presentations which directly communicate information to visitors about the animals they are seeing and their place in the world. Okay, this was an area where zoo used to be lacking, but they are now increasingly sophisticated in their communication and outreach work. Now let's go back. Zoos have always excelled. In the past, they didn't do it. Always excelled. Right? In the past, they didn't have anything. Come back here. Come back to the question. Zoos have always excelled means hamesha se number one rahe hain. They say this was an area where zoos used to be lacking. When they used to be lacking, this is the opposite of have always excelled. So when they used to be lacking, it means they haven't always excelled. Right? So the answer is false. Question number 22. Studying animals in zoos is less stressful for the animals than studying them in the wild. Now, studying animals in zoos less stressful than studying them in the wild. Paragraph E, because questions and answers are in order. Okay, paragraph E. And let's move on. Okay, third line you said, being able to undertake research on animals in zoos where there is less risk and fewer variables means real changes can be effected on wild populations. Finding out about the example, the ostrich cycle of an animal or its breeding. Okay, let's move on to next line. Procedures such as capturing and moving at risk or dangerous individuals are bolstered by knowledgeable gained in zoos about doses for anesthetic and by experience in handling transporting animals. This can make a real difference to conservation efforts. Okay. Let's come back. Studying animals in zoos is less stressful for the animals than studying them in the wild. Let's go through this again. Procedures such as capturing and moving. Now capturing what? Animals. Moving what? The animals at risk. At risk means which are to the verge of extinct. Or dangerous individuals are bolstered by knowledge gained in zoos about doses of this anesthesia and all that. Now, have they mentioned that this is less stressful or more stressful? No. So that is why this answer is going to be not given. Because, they mentioned it is painful, this and that and all that, but they didn't mention whether doing this is less stressful or more stressful. Yeah, but, okay, line number 3 of the same paragraph. Okay, just a second. They use the word here, being able to undertake research on animals in zoos where there is less risk. Now, risk is not stress. Are you talking about this line? Yeah, it's not that.